everybody. Are you currently feeling like this? You know what? That's understandable. But you know what else? You can't shoot everyone that you don't agree with. Now, I know that that goes against conventional wisdom, especially as a Texan, but turns out shooting people doesn't solve problems, it just creates new ones. So that is our stance. Just don't shoot people. Now that that's out of the way, does anyone else feel like they've lived 1,000 lifetimes in the past week? I'm going to take you through it all, but just know I am so tired. And I only thought I was tired when we were doing weeks of the will Biden or won't he game, and then someone tried to assassinate Trump. And the motive for the shooting is crystal clear. It's whatever you want the motive to be, because nobody knows what it is and you're just going to make one up anyway. Somebody said it was DEI that shot him. Sure, yeah, DEI. Shoots everybody. Now, after Trump locked down the elementary school vote by getting shot at, there were calls from both sides for unity and turning down the temperature of our rhetoric. And that's why we're proposing that in a show of unity, Trump and Biden just make out hardcore on CNN for a good 30 minutes. Let them get handsy with it. I mean, are we doing a unity or not, fellas? After the shooting, Trump issued a press release stating his first official act as president will be to award himself a Purple Heart and full military pension. Trump has also rewarded the brave Secret Service agents who protected him with a half-off one iced tea coupon at Mar-a-Lago for them to share. In response to the shooting, Biden canceled his trip to Texas, fearing that Texans might be better shots than Pennsylvanians. Instead, he talked to Lester Holt from Washington, D.C. and got really defensive, after which voters were like, you know what I love? I love when Joe Biden gets really defensive. Oh, it's so endearing. Then the Republican National Convention kicked off. An ear-bandaged Trump selected JD Vance, an idiot who supports America's Hitler, according to JD Vance, as his running mate. Trump, a reprehensible total fraud and moral disaster, again, according to JD Vance, chose Vance because he's got the lowest gag reflex of the bunch. In petty bitch news, a wax figure in the shape of Matt Gaetz interrupted CNN's interview with Kevin McCarthy.
What night are you speaking? Are you speaking tonight? Or no? Hey, you're not. If you took that stage, you would get booed off of it. You would get booed off the stage.
Fellas, please don't fight. This convention is supposed to be about unity, remember? You gotta remember the thing that brought us all together here in the first place, and that's being horrible to women. The Republican convention had a jubilant mood, so jubilant in fact that Rudy Giuliani was a little overserved at the Tucker Carlson Martini Bar and had a brief threesome with gravity and some folding chairs. Can someone please help him back to his room? Says he's staying at the Four Seasons. Not sure which one. In sad news, Mike Johnson was fired from his improv troupe after he failed to remember how to talk with his own brain.
It is now my honor to introduce the Attorney General, and there goes the teleprompter.
Bro, let me show you how it's done. Yes, the Attorney General, who we all know and love so much that, you know what? I don't even have to say her, pretty sure it's his name because his reputation speaks for itself. Ladies and gentlemen, bye. The convention culminated on Thursday night with Donald Trump giving a nice long speech. Real long, like fall asleep long.
And this great Iron Dome will be built entirely.
Did he make good on his promise to be a uniter? Well,
if you took the 10 worst presidents in the history of the United States, think of it, the 10 worst, added them up, they will not have done the damage that Biden has done. Only going to use the term once. Biden. I'm not going to use the name anymore, just one time. The damage that he's done to this country is unthinkable. It's unthinkable.
Were there lies? Sure. But to change things up, he actually told the truth about something.
And by the way, Wisconsin, we are spending over $250 million here creating jobs and other economic development all over the place. So I hope you will remember this in November and give us your vote. I am trying to buy your vote. I'll be honest about that.
Wow, an honest Donald Trump. Maybe this experience really did change him, but it didn't make him any better at math.
By the way, you know who's taking the jobs that are created? 107% of those jobs are taken by illegal aliens.
So if there were 100 jobs and illegal immigrants stole 107 of them, did illegal immigrants create 7 more jobs just so they could steal those too? Are illegal immigrants job creators? Should we lower their taxes? But hanging over the RNC was the news that Biden might be stepping down from the campaign. Now, as of right now, Joe Biden is still the Democratic presidential nominee. But by the time you watch this, there's a good chance he won't be because pretty much everybody wants him to step aside. You want to talk about unifying the country? This mofo knows how to do it. Unfortunately, President Biden has come down with a case of the old Rona, so his strategy of hitting the campaign trail between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. to show people he can still do the job has been put on hold. Meanwhile, we got Trump out there doing fist pumps, even though his arteries are harder than Matt Gaetz at a high school pep rally, so the optics are, let's say, suboptimal. The leaks about Biden's decision are looking kind of like this right now. And it's not stressful at all. We could have 40 more seconds of this or 4 more months. There's no way to know. Now, in a normal week, news of Senator Bob Menendez being found guilty and facing calls to resign would be big news. But right now, no one can muster the energy to give a damn. It's a symptom known as crisis malaise, where your hair has been on fire so long that when someone says, "Look over there, more fire," you're just like, yes, that's nice. Anyway, he should resign. The Secret Service, the ultimate you had one job organization, is facing a lot of questions after it was revealed that they did pretty much everything wrong in protecting Donald Trump. Calls for the head of the Secret Service to resign have been... Okay, is it me or are we doing a lot of calls to resign right now? Like, more than usual, right? Should everyone just resign from everything and then we can start all over again? Now, President Biden, I know you're having a bad week, but it could be worse. You could be flying commercial. Yes, a major IT outage gave the middle finger to most of the global travel industry. Terrible news for people attempting to go on vacation, but great news for people who love an airport Chili's. You're about to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. Now, as bad as things are on terra firma, at least you haven't agreed to get in a Boeing space capsule and blast off into outer space, because then you'd be stuck like the 2 astronauts that were supposed to come home weeks ago and now might be stuck there for another month. Fun fact, did you know that the Starliner capsule was originally supposed to launch 7 years ago? And it's still having problems? Hey, at least the doors are still on the thing. Jesus, Boeing, just give all your money to someone who will make better stuff. In lighter space news, NASA has beamed Missy Elliott's song The Rain to Venus. Oh, that's nice. Oh, this just in, it looks like Venus has sent something back for us to listen to. Okay, let's see what it is.
Boost, boost, who's got the juice to get loose? Wow, I'm speeding to Venus. Top up, good stuff, no bad luck. Give me love now, on like a dove. With a jetpack to Venus. Where it rains all of the time. It's all acid and might steal the shine. Oh, Missy, keep being fine. A slicky, 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 so slicky, so slicky, slicky. Space is out my window.
In other space news, scientists have created a spacesuit that takes astronaut urine, filters it through the same spacesuit, and turns it into drinkable water. How cool! Save for the fact that to get all the urine, it has to go through a catheter. You know what a catheter is? It's a tube you stick in the body to collect fluid. And if you were a male astronaut, you'd have to put that tube inside of your dangly bits before going to space. So make sure your space camp kids keep that in mind. No one wants to be surprised by a catheter. And now a word from our Houston-based writers for, let's see here, Centerpoint Energy and Greg Abbott. Oh boy, okay, let's see. Oh, guys, I don't think I can read this many F-bombs on air. Hey, so you know Project 2025, the political manifesto that the Heritage Foundation dreamed up that basically wants to turn all women back into property? Well, here's something interesting. They are not allowed to do politics because they are a tax-exempt organization. It sure would be a shame if you downloaded Project 2025 from the Heritage Foundation website, attached it to IRS Form 13909, and then reported them to the IRS to challenge their tax-exempt status. That's project2025.org and then irs.gov. Have fun, kids! That's all for this week, but hey, listen. I know everything is so much right now, but I love you and I'm proud of you for still being here. You've earned yourself some baby bunnies.